Greetings everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Starco Gaming and today we're going to talk about Iron Armor. Basically we're going to do a full character review about this guy and we're going to show just a little bit of gameplay at the end for more gameplay of Iron Armor. I recommend you guys to check out my live stream every night, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time from Tuesday night to Sunday night, guys. So Iron Armor. Who is Iron Armor? Iron Armor is Stark Abyssal, basically a warp between Thor and Iron Man, with the O's being Tony Stark's pretty much. So first thing we're gonna look, guys, we're gonna look at his skills. First thing we'll look is his leadership. His leadership is what makes him so awesome first, guys. First, infinite power. Apply to all allies. Decrease skill cooldown by 24%. That one we don't care that much because most people already have their max skill cooldown on most, well, with cards and shit. So you don't really have to worry about that skill cooldown. But 15% increase of energy attack plus increase lightning damage by 15%. This is, guys, going to be the best new leadership for Universal Hero Alliance Battle Extreme for Thor. Also, guys, I forgot to mention it. This is actually the free-to-play characters of update 4.4 Infinity Warp, so everybody can get this character for free to increase their Alliance Battle Extreme score just by a little bit at least. So that is his leadership. Then we have his Tier 1 passive. Natural resistance. Apply to self. 100% chance to become immune to lightning damage. So you go in on Conquest, there's a full team of lightning damage. Well, you get this guy, it's bye-bye, it's over. Tier 3 Thor just got murdered by even a Tier 1. Now, might not be enough damage to murder a Tier 1, but at Tier 2, Iron Armor can take care of Tier 3 Thor easy mode with this Tier 1 passive. Then we have the Tier 2 passive here. Tier 2 passive, apply to self, increase skill damage by 32%, increase bonus damage by 15%, increase lightning damage by 40%, and super armor all defense plus, well, you get super armor, which is a little bit like immune to card break but dispellable, and you get all defense plus 5%, which is actually pretty trashy but still pretty decent here. Now, since this guy is heavily lightning damage and he gets lightning damage from his Tier 2 passive and his leadership, obviously, guys, you want to have a double lightning damage obelisk on him if you can, if you want to play him offensively. If you want to play him defensively, you want to have immune to guard break, lightning damage, and invincibility or plus whatever you want to put there. But past that, let's take a quick look at his other skills. You got the 5th skills. Put the shocks damage over time, stun the target for 3 seconds, decrease the all defense of the target, that actually stack up to 35% defense reduction. Then you have the 4th skill. 4th skill, apply fracture. Basically, fracture decrease all defense by 1% and stack up to 50%. So if you keep pressing that skill on cooldown, well, after 50 hits of that skill, you are actually going to have 50% defense reduction on the target. Plus, apply to self, 100% chance for immunity to all damage. And this is actually a channeling ability, so you can actually walk around the room a little bit like Adam Warlock or Scarlet Witch when they do their channeling ability. You can move around, which is actually very, very useful. Plus, it gives you immunity to all damage. So the first 2 skills are actually pretty great. Then we move to the 3rd skill, which is also amazing. Another damage over time, shock damage here, plus 5% recovery of max HP. So if you got decent HP recovery, the skill can actually be very amazing. Like if you're going building for PvP, you can then go with custom gear, immune to guard break, recovery rate, and invincibility. That'll actually make this guy very, very hard to kill because of that ability right there. Then you have the 2 other skills. Second skills do a 2-second stun. So a lot of stuns, a lot of defense reduction, a lot of survivability. Basically is the way that Iron Man should be nowadays. If we had Iron Man at tier 3 with those kind of skills, Iron Man could actually be a very good tier 3 right now. But this is Iron Armor, sadly. And you have the first skills, damage over time again, and plenty of lightning damage, guys. So this guy's actually pretty strong, guys. If you build him properly, he's going to be very useful for Alliance Conquest. That's where I think he's going to be shining the most. But it's also going to be very useful for leadership for Alliance Battle Extreme, and he can actually hold his own in World Boss Ultimate. You know, first 20 stages, no problems for this guy to actually get it done. Now, if we take a quick look at my current build, guys. Well, gear is level 20, no Euro, so it's pretty basic. First gear gives you energy attack, HP, all attack. Second gear, all defense, critical damage, all defense. Third gear gives you skill cooldown, critical rate, HP. And the last gear gives you critical damage, movement speed, and you pick what you want. I pick ignore defense, apparently. Now, if we look at quick at my stats here, you see I got him as leadership right now, so you can see a very big overload of stats here of skill cooldown. Basically, I'm 4.89% over the cap just because of my cards, but because we get that leadership 24%, well, we can see a lot more skill cooldown here. We're running with maxing our defense, 189% critical damage, at 123% attack speed, and 91% lightning damage. Yes, I got lightning damage obelisk, guys. We got lightning damage and critical damage obelisk. Obviously, if I have double lightning damage with pros, will actually be better for myself. But this is what I get. This is what we're going to go play with, guys. Then, past custom gear, we got ISO set. ISO set. Any offensive ISO set pretty much is going to work good for him. Or you could also go with drastic density enhancement if you want to build this guy for Alliance Conquest. Drastic density enhancement by increasing his HP, and I do believe that increased the HP recovery to recovery rate. That will make this guy even stronger. Also, the thing I forgot to check in the stat sheets is see, my recovery rate is very low here, so that third skill is not going to heal me for much, but still going to be very useful. So, now that is said, before we actually move to the gameplay, guys, at tier 1, without lightning damage obelisk, I was really disappointed of the damage output of this guy. But, this was tier 1, guys, and it wasn't Shadowland, still was easy to clear floor 15 at tier 1 with him in Shadowland at tier 1, but I was a little bit disappointed from the damage output. Then I got him to tier 2, and I got to test him at tier 2, and to be honest, I was quite pleased with the fact that he's not just a good leadership for Alliance Battle Extreme or a good counter for lightning damage in Alliance Conquest, but it's also a very good character that can hold his own. He's not going to enter the meta section or the god section in this game, but I will consider this guy way above average for damage output, survivability, and usefulness. So this is a very good character. It's the best free-to-play characters we had in a while. By free-to-play characters, obviously I exclude the tier 2 native like Deadpool and that kind of stuff. So best free-to-play characters we had in a while, in my opinion, guys, and I highly recommend you to build this character as free-to-play players or even as paying player if you have a bunch of biometric selector laying around. Now, to rank him up, the option is going to be using regular biometric selectors from Shadowland. Well, the example, like the one you get from Shadowland, universal biometric selector, rank up ticket. Those are the thing you can actually use to rank up this guy. You can also use the bio sub, but not very useful on free-to-play characters, guys. So with that said, guys, hopefully you guys are enjoying these characters as much as I do. Next, we're going to show some gameplay. For the gameplay section, it's going to be pretty simple, guys. We're going to take this guy out for a field test against Thanos in Chapter 13-8. in a story mission, guys, see how fast you can actually clear Thanos. Survivability is not going to be a problem. It's just to see how fast, without the damage buff, he can actually get the job done. So, guys, on that, don't forget to hit the sub button. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to share this video with your Alliance member and your friends to help the YouTube channel grow, guys. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the gameplay section and see you guys in the next video.